Hi everyone, I'm Drew, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a guess the number game in Python. So the way that this works is that the program will generate a random number, say between 1 and 100, and then you will have to guess the number, and it'll tell you if your guess was too high, too low, and then it'll end once you guess the correct number. So before this, you should watch Griffin's tutorial on setting up PyWebIO. But once you've done that, just to recap a little bit, you can search PyWebIO over here under packages and then click it and then click add. And then we'll give this a little second to install. Perfect. And now, again, just to recap, from PyWebIO dot input import input from PyWebIO dot output import put underscore text as print. And then we also need a function website here. And then start server. So this is the basic summary of that video of setting up PyWebIO, but please watch that video before watching this one. So now that we have everything set up, we can create this program. And to do this, we'll need to generate random numbers. Oh, I just forgot we need import PyWebIO. So to do this, we'll need to use random numbers, so we can import the random library to get to be able to generate a random number. So to do that, we can say from random, the library, we can import random. Perfect. So now onto this program, we can start by first having it generate the random number. So we can say, we can create a variable num and set it equal to rand int. And we can say between 1 and 100. And then we can, so that will be the random number that the program will generate each time. And then we can create another variable called guess. Just set it to a blank string for now. And this will be what you guess each time. And so we can start maybe my print statement, say guess the number, and then we can maybe add another print statement. The number is between 1 and 100. Perfect. So now we need to have some sort of a loop so that each time you'll be asked to guess a new number, and then each time and when the loop will stop once you have reached or guessed the correct number. So to do this, we can use a while loop. and a while loop will occur while something is true. So it'll stop when the condition is not true anymore, when it's false. We can say while the number, so the variable number, so the random generated number is not equal to guess. So this while loop will run until the random number answer is equal to guess. So then we can say guess equals input. So this will ask the user, and we can say place your guess here. And then, so then that will be an input for the user to type in a number. And then we can just add another print statement and say, just so, since there'll be a lot of numbers guessed each time, we can just write it out again, maybe. It might make it a little easier. So we can say you guessed colon and then your guess. And now when back on line 14, when the user will put in a guess, that will be a string, but we need this to be an integer or a number. So this is a data type. We have a string, which is anything around quotes, and we have an integer, which is like a whole number. So we need this to, whatever the user put in for guess, to be a whole number so that we can compare the two numbers of number and guess in the while loop. So we can say guess equals int for integer guess. So this will make the variable guess itself, but as an integer. So now this loop will run until we have this set up so that it will run until we've guessed the correct number. So we can try this. PyWebIO, so no period there. Okay, so now we can run this here. So let's say 100. Maybe 50, 76. So we can keep doing this and try to find, the correct number, but, oh, it was 52. Okay. So we got it, but we want more, maybe to say if you're too high or if you're too low, and maybe, the loop ended, but maybe we want to add after, once you guess the correct number, to print correct. So maybe after this while loop, we can print out correct. And then also, we can add an if statement, so we can say each time you guess, so it was 52 in this case. So when I guess 34, you can say, too low, or when I guess 100, you could say too high in this example. So if we say if your guess is greater than the random number, so if your guess is greater, then we can print out too high. And then else if, which in Python is abbreviated down to elif, we can say if your guess is lower than the number, we can print too low. Perfect. So now we can try and run this, and then we'll be known this time when it's correct, we'll get a print statement, and each time we guess, we can see whether it's too high or too low. So now if we run this, let's see, 50, so too low. If we try 75, too high. 50, I did it already, but 60 is too high. 55 is too high. 52, 51, and now it's correct. So here is the guess the number game in Python. Thank you.